Hi, welcome to the More Gems Show. I'm Steve Moriarty, your host.
And I am Michael Moriarty, your second host. Oh, yeah, co-host. That's a good word.
Yep. And
what am I then?
The chat moderator.
Okay, I guess I'm the chat moderator.
Yeah, you need a better, more important.
Yeah, we'll have to fix that.
Yeah.
Chat director.
Chat director. Huh? Yeah.
Like that.
Okay. Chat director. Okay.
Chat CEO.
Sorry, we're running a little bit late today, but it's been one hell of a week, I tell you.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So many last minute things.
It's been something for sure. Yeah, it's been, you've been cutting this giant morganite. I know maybe some of you have saw the previews. I think Jeffrey posted something of him halfway through when he was just cutting the pavilion of it, but it's been a beast. I've been recording the whole process, and he's been having a difficult time.
It's been a little tough. I've been a little unfriendly. Everybody says I've been so quiet, but I spent 10 hours on the stone yesterday, finished up at 9 o'clock at night. And then we put it in the solvent to get the dopstick off, which I thought would be off in the morning, wasn't off. Came off at 6:15 this evening.
Yes.
So that's why we're running a little late.
And I've been scrambling around trying to put the overlays, get everything so we can show you guys. So
crazy.
It's awesome still though.
It is awesome. And that was my fear. Is it going to be a great color, going to be a brilliant stone? All the fears that go into a really expensive stone like that. And when I took it off the dop, I still wasn't sure. There was still wax on it. And when I cleaned it up, I go, couldn't have been any better. I couldn't imagined any better. So it really came out good. And we'll show you in a little bit.
Right. So to get started, let's say what's up to everybody in the chat. So let's go in chat. It looks like we've got, let me start from the top. I see Colleen's here, KS from Edmonds, Washington. Gallo family, good to see you again. From Miami, all right.
Somebody from Wisconsin.
Cool. Pamela's from Florida. I see Ann's here. She's from town here. And we got Rhonda, Max.
Brad from Oklahoma. So
cool. Yeah. Thanks everybody for joining us and tuning in. And
so we got about 30 gems tonight.
Yeah.
To show you, and probably half of them are things we cut. And some really interesting stones. Jeff, you want to tell them about?
Yes. Sorry, I'm trying to do multiple things here, and I forgot how to do some of this stuff. So, all right. So, first of all, thank you everybody for joining us. I do not have a black eye over here. I think that's the lighting. I'm going to turn these back on. Does look like, yeah. Okay. So anyway, thanks for joining. For you that have been before, a lot of viewers that have watched us every month, we appreciate it. For all the new people, I'm just going to kind of go through how this works. So throughout the show, we're going to show you a lot of different gemstones, and they're all one of a kind and available at MoreGems.com. Now you can go to MoreGems.com. At the top of the banner, there's going to be a green bar. There's going to be at the top of the screen. Click on that, and you're going to see all the gemstones that we're talking about tonight. Those are all going to be 15% off with coupon code SPRING. Right?
Spring is the coupon code. Yes.
Yes, SPRING. And you just put that in the cart when you're checking out, and it's going to take an additional 15% off your purchase. You cannot combine coupon codes. If you find coupon codes out on the web, it's only one per purchase. So just use coupon code SPRING. And we have a lot of different options to pay. You can use PayPal. You can use credit card. We also offer a firm financing. And we also do offer layaway, but those kind of things, we can't hold anything. So if there's a stone you like and it's still available tomorrow, you can give us a call. And you can put it on, layaway if you'd like. What else?
Layaway is good for 6 months, and you need 20% down. So.
Yep. Okay. Thank you. Outside of that, if you want to join the chat and you have questions throughout the whole show, There's a lively chat session going on. I think normally you have to log into your Google account or YouTube.
Mention that.
And you can ask questions throughout the show. If you want to see a stone again, if you want to see a ring on a finger, anything like that. I'll interrupt Steve and Michael. I love doing that. And tell them to, answer your question. Plus, it's just lively, and you can ask questions to other members watching the show. What else I got?
Mention the green banner.
I mentioned the green banner to get over to. Also, there's going to be some hidden gems throughout the show.
Oh, yeah. We've got quite a few hidden gems.
Quite a few hidden gems. I think I accidentally put some live for a sec there and removed them. So the hidden gems don't show up until we talk about them. This is because a lot of people will, before we even talk about the gem, go in there and purchase it. So these are hidden gems that won't be shown until we speak about it. Those are going to be 25% off. And the coupon code for that is...
It'll be Rare 25.
Rare 25.
So that one usually stays the same. I changed it up once, but I think that kind of screwed us up
Okay,
a little bit.
yeah. So, but we'll announce that when that happens. So, but outside of that, I think that's everything. Right?
Yeah.
Okay, and one other thing, on the each stone, you'll see a couple of different prices: regular price and our online price, and those are based on this gem guide. This is a market-driven, independent pricing guide. They go around. They were there in Tucson, and they go to some of the major shows, and they'll just go out and shop these different stones, and they'll produce this price list, breaking down many, many different colored gems for their wholesale value. And appraisers use this guide to put a price on the stone that they're appraising. So we use this to get that regular price, and then you'll see our price, and then tonight there'll be 15 or 25% off.
Cool.
And one last thing I want to mention. If you're enjoying the show, please give us a thumbs up. That thumb that's right below the video. That helps us out a ton.
Yep.
And if you want more videos like this, or see when we launch new stones that Steve just cut, or our upcoming videos, hit that little bell to be notified, and you'll get an email as soon as those launch up.
Cool.
All right. Should we talk about the Morganite first?
Yeah, let's do that.
And you guys are getting right to the Morganite, the big one.
Yes.
So let's do an intro to, or we kind of did, didn't we?
To what? To talk? You want to talk about it a little bit? You mean
before we kind of showcase it?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So this piece of rough we bought, we just got it in when we were in Tucson. It was a debatable purchase just because of the price of the piece of rough. But we said, hey, let's get it. We'll make a great video out of it, which we've been recording all week. Man, we were here till like Steve said, 9:00 last night trying to finish it. So I've got
30 hours into this stone.
Right. And that's why our camera is a little, this camera here, like everything is a little fuzzy. I had to use a different camera because normally I've been using my iPhone, but I've got all this video footage on the iPhone. I didn't want anything to go wrong with that. So we're using kind of an older camera. So
because I'm not going to do it again.
No, No. So
it was torture. It really was, I have to say. But it's the rewards are now.
Right.
So
hopefully we can put a video together. I plan on doing we did it in two ways, a full kind of instructional, informational video that'll be in maybe 7 or 8 parts. And then we're going to do a shorter kind of compilation video, just showing a quick brief overview of the process of cutting. So everyone can enjoy that.
And like Michael said, when we bought this stone, I actually called Nancy. Hope you don't mind me spreading this story, Nancy, and she was against it. But it's a really expensive piece of rough, and pretty risky. And Michael is the one that convinced me. He said, it'll make a great video. Yeah. So that's the story I used with Nancy, and she's been good about it. And she came in, and she was, after me, second to see the stone, and she was pretty thrilled about it too. And she got to weigh it, and we'd hoped for at least 250. I was hoping maybe it'd hit 300. So we hit 294.50 some. Yeah, so it's the biggest Morganite I've ever seen. I'm sure that somebody cut one bigger, but I've never seen it and never seen a piece of rough this big. And, morganite crystals come pretty large. So I'm sure there's one out there, but in all my time in business, I've never seen one this big. So,
And the shape it cut is just sweet. It looks amazing. Just the whole stone is brilliant, and it's just a really pleasing shape, and it looks really cool.
Yeah, I knew I could have got a bigger stone, cutting a shield cut out of it, but you sacrifice brilliance, and I wasn't going to sacrifice anything on this stone. Just had to be right, and it's right.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't know. How do we show this?
Well, Jeffrey, can you find that morganite? Pull up the image of it first.
All right. I'm the Morganite.
Oh, there it is. Look at what we produced.
So those of you that don't know, morganite was named after J.P. Morgan. The story goes that because J.P. Morgan invested heavily with Tiffany's and what's his name?
It was Kuntz, right?
Oh yeah, Kuntz, who was he was either the gemologist or he was with Tiffany's, and he promised J.P. Morgan that he would name a stone after him, and Kunzite came, and Kuntz named it after himself, and so to keep. Then fortunately, another gem was discovered, and he named it after J.P. Morgan then. So, therefore, kept him as a customer, I guess. Yeah. Important
probably
customer,
good.
I'm sure. Yeah.
Get a sweet gem named after you.
Yeah. So, all right, Jeff, go ahead.
Hopefully we make this work here. I don't like that whole thing on the screen top, but...
There it is.
All right. There's the picture.
So that is the 294 karat trillion morganite. Jeffrey, you want to give us that video?
Here we go.
Yeah, man. So we haven't even had enough time to enjoy it because literally this was like rushing the last couple minutes.
It was the reason we were late, taking the video of this, and it definitely was a last minute thing.
Oh yeah. So
we spent all day picking epoxy off the stone, trying to get it loose from the dop, and finally it popped off at 6:15. So, but man, that's
pretty sweet, Steve.
One amazing stone. Yeah,
nice job.
So, what was the hardest part of cutting it?
Polishing was horrible.
Oh yeah, that was all day yesterday.
I mean, this is a stone because of its size. Not only is it hard, and the harder a stone is, the more difficult it is to polish. Typically, takes longer. And every one of those facets, there's 161 facets plus the girdle, and every one of those facets is like cutting a large table on a stone. And tables are always difficult and take time. So every one of these facets is like cutting the table on a 10 karat stone. So, I mean, they literally took, it took that whole day yesterday to polish the crown.
That was 9 hours.
9 hours.
Noon,
just to polish the crown.
Yeah, 9 o'clock at night.
My arm was so sore, I figured I wouldn't be able to move it today, but it's okay today. But, you do this for 9 hours and...
yeah.
But anyway,
do you know a few people are asking the dimensions?
Haven't got to that. Well, I know it's 49 millimeters. You'll see in the video we produced how we got the design and how we determined what we were going to cut out of it. And I estimated at 49 millimeters. It ended up 49 millimeters. It's just one of those stones that everything I hoped for and thought about how it should be, it all worked. Everything. I mean, the size and, it's just remarkable how everything fell into place. And then to take it off the dop, and it's this kind of color and brilliance, and, it's just a clean stone. Everything about it. There's no negatives to it at all.
All right.
Somebody was asking, Steve, did you use a dark side lap?
No, I polished on the bat lap is what I used to polish. Dark side, I have a dark side. I think most people use it for quartz, and I'm sure it would probably work on this stone too, but That was bat lap with diamond.
All right, Jeff, you want to go to full screen here? He's gonna go ahead.
I don't know if.
So not the, like I said, not the best camera we have here today, but you could see the size, not necessarily the color.
Big earring.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just love the shape. It's a Portuguese style cut, crown and pavilion. It's kind of what I planned from the start. Oh, you want to try it in there? Or?
Yeah.
I'm afraid to.
All right, Jeff, you want to give us the
Camera?
Oh, you know what? It's frozen. Camera issues again, huh?
Yeah, it's frozen on that one still.
You can give us the full screen of that. Jeff still figured out the controls.
Yeah, how do I do the full screen?
Should be an image of a camera on there. There you go.
Yeah. Yeah, it's bright.
So the video of you cutting it, is that live yet?
No. I have all the clips, but I still need to edit. So we'll get some better videos of this in the next couple days. And then what are we going to do, Jeff, once it gets live on the website?
Once it gets live, if you're on our email list, we'll email you. Or if you want to see this video of us cutting it, again, just right below, hit that little bell and mark yourself to be notified. Then you'll get an email right when that new video goes live. So that's the easiest way, is just to click that bell to be notified, and you'll see this, amazing stone being cut by Steve.
All right. Any other questions about this morganite? We don't have it priced yet.
Not right now. I think.
Okay.
Yeah, everybody got to see that color. How much carat weight did you lose in making the gem?
It was 744 carats. So 55% of it, maybe. Which is, yeah, I'm happy. Yeah. I really thought we were going to be more like 250. Some of the estimators I did said 270. So 294, I'm good with that. I think I'll just sit and look at it for a while.
We got a show to do, Steve.
All right.
Better put that
Let's
away.
show you something you can buy.
Yeah.
Are we gonna put up that for sale eventually, or
Yeah.
Yeah, well, it depends how much I like it.
just want to look at it for a while?
Yeah. Well, I assumed that because of the value of the stuff, I assumed I would be owning it for a while, but who knows? It's just a huge stone, and but I mean, this is museum quality stone. This is something that I would guess the Smithsonian doesn't have anything better anyway.
Right.
Could be wrong, but I'd bet on it. User the 112007. Do you have a picture of the rough before the stone was cut? Again, we'll be showing that, having that video. So just click the little notification bell, and then you'll get an email showing the video, and you'll see what it looked like beforehand and during the whole cutting process. Yeah, you're probably another week or so.
Yeah, at least I'll try and get it, I'll get it started this weekend. I'll need you to come by, do a little bit of voiceovers, and about a week, and then I'll have it'll show the rough and pretty much all the way through. So, it's cool.
If I'm distracted, it's sitting in front of me, and I really haven't had a chance to look at it. And wow, the light it's in right now is just freaking amazing.
Yeah.
So,
Well, let's get started on stone number
You'll
one.
see me smile most of the night.
Yeah, there you go. This is happy stone.
Yeah, I was prepared for disappointment, but
This right here, though, too. This was
this is a pretty good one. Too.
Yeah, this is a sweet stone.
It's up ready for you.
All right. You finished this last week, and you basically said, yeah, that's
it's a good natural. And naturals, as you know, if you've watched the shows, they come by few and far between. And this is really a special natural. This is about as good as they get.
I knew that was going to happen.
You told think Steve, it's this one?
Oh, it's got to be. What do you say, Jeff? Is this one sold?
What?
Is this one sold?
What's your bet?
I'm betting that it is.
Christy purchased this diesel tanzanite.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
I knew it. I said, we got to put this one first, so at least maybe we can talk about it, but we were too late. We talked about your morganite too much.
Yeah. So while I was looking through my tanzanites, I did find another one that I'm fairly confident is going to cut another real nice natural. As we've talked about over the several years we've been doing this, they just, most of them you just look at it, you go, just throw it in the oven.
Hold on, I see Jeffrey struggling over there.
I'm trying to take my face off.
Yeah, hit that sold button again.
Yeah, get your face
One
off.
more. Now hit the other. Yeah, there you go. He did it. All right.
Yeah.
He's still getting used to the controls because I don't know if anybody's new here. Normally I'm behind the scenes kind of controlling it, but we've changed it up a little bit.
I need help.
Yeah.
So
no, he doesn't need help. Well, I wanted help, but sorry to cut you off, but I can see Jeffrey struggling.
Oh no, that's okay.
But yeah, beautiful stone, and thank you very much for the purchase. This one is truly outstanding. It's a special piece, and they're few and far between like this. So
sorry for those of you that are disappointed out there, which I'm sure there's a few.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good one.
I work hard to get as many naturals as I can. It's just a rare bird.
Right.
So, all right.
Cool.
Up next. It's another tanzanite. It's not a natural, but it's a beauty.
Yes.
This is a Portuguese round. It's in the tweezers.
Right. He's loading them up for me.
Yeah. And this one weighs 6.81 carats. I didn't get to announce the price on the last one or anything. Appraised price of $88.50. $41.90 is our price online. And with the 15% off, it's $35.61 or $523 a carat. So this one is heavily towards the blue. It's a good mix of color. It's 70% blue and 30% violet. Just really an outstanding color. And always these Portuguese cuts just really look great and probably our easiest sale typically, particularly when you get color like this one.
It's good size too, ring or pendant. You can see the Portuguese cut. It's got that I don't know, what would you call that, scintillation?
Scintillation.
You can just see it, moving around, and if you see it in here. But really good stone.
Yeah. Looks a little more purple in there than...
Yeah, the setting's not quite going
settings
for it.
on purple. Yeah. We have a couple of settings for tanzanite. One is when they're more purple and one is when they're more blue, but the setting we're on brought us the amount of stones, the color correctly, but it'll make tanzanite look more purple.
Yeah, great stone. Jeff, you want to give the bigger screen for the...
So rating on this is a 982 out of 1,000. So few stones get that kind of rating. Just the depth of color and just the pleasing blue appearance of the stone. So,
and I don't think we talked about our custom design process or anything like that for all these stones, or did we?
No, we didn't. So, did you want to talk about it? Go ahead.
Yeah. So for any of these stones that you see tonight, we not only specialize in the colored gemstones, but we also do design and jewelry manufacturing. So our designer, Christopher Michael, he can create a custom design for you to fit any of these stones. So whether you're looking for a ring, a necklace, or whatever, we can do that for you. So say you purchase a stone tonight, instead of us just shipping it to you, if you want us to start the piece, you can email us. You'll talk to Alice, and then we can get that design process started for you. And that involves just getting an initial idea of what you want. Once we kind of have a good idea of what you want, we can start the design, and then we'll grow a wax model. We'll send that to you to take a look at. And then once you approve that, we'll start the piece, and we'll build it for you and ship it out. Cool.
And I'm pretty sure, yeah, this one exhibits red flash. You can start to see it in there. Yeah. I want to get up and change the setting on that camera, but that's okay.
It looks better than what you're seeing.
Yeah.
All right, Jeffrey.
Yeah, and you'll find that the videos and the pictures we take are generally dead on. You know, there's some variation, but so what you see on the screen now is more accurate for the color. There you go.
Good.
And up next is
It's a hidden
It's
gem.
a hidden gem, and this really is a gem. You know, this is what I would call an Ethiopian black opal. They're a little different than black opals from Australia, but still they're black opal. You know, this has a dark base color, and that's the basic tenet for being a black opal is just the darkness of the base, not necessarily pure black. The blacker they get, the more valued they are, but just basically a darker base color would categorize as black opal.
And this one's got a really not only intense colors, but a super cool pattern. It's almost like there's different bands of, you know, the color goes to a certain point and then it stops. So I don't know what causes that, but a really cool effect.
The one side is almost totally different. As you rotate, you get those reds, and
You see the bars there? You can kind of see how like the color stops and it, you know, starts in a different area. But I see what you're saying about the back.
yeah,
Super
and some of
cool.
them, you know, which is better. You know, this is like a harlequin pattern. That would be harlequin and Australian opal for sure.
Yeah,
Yeah, those big patches of color like that, that's pretty amazing. You know, I've got one for myself that's very much like this, and I'm trying to get Chris to figure out a way that I can flip the stone and show both sides, because which side is better? You know, it's the same with this. It's hard to tell which is the more unique look. You know, harlequin pattern like that in Australia is just something in high demand and very short supply.
Yeah, these opals just, we haven't seen this type of opal, you know, previous to maybe 2-3 years ago, we started seeing
Yep.
this dark base come out, and it is outstanding. And the intensity of colors that come out of them are pretty sweet.
Yeah, still very, very limited availability. You know, this material, our supplier, after we'd seen him and bought the best of what he had, he called me like the next day and he said, you know, I just got a shipment of blacks and, you know, you might want to come take a look at those. And
Of course,
it didn't take us long to get over there.
Yeah.
You know, so I
All right,
definitely doubled my budget I was going to spend with him. So
Well, Jeffrey, it looks like we have a sale.
another sale.
Yes. Phil just picked up this hidden gem.
Oh, sweet.
Thank
Phil.
you, Phil.
Yeah, this one's cool.
Yeah, you'll love it.
Yeah, thanks, Phil.
Yeah, that's cool. You know, and the appraised prices on these, you know, when you get into black opals, they just get so expensive. If you watch somebody like Black Opal Direct, who does great with Australian black opals, they can be many thousands of dollars per carat.
Cool.
So
And just to mention, everybody, when we do these hidden gems, because we do launch them right when we post them, if you're on that page with all the gems, you just have to refresh it a few times, and then that hidden gem will show up for you.
Yeah, sorry, guys. I forgot to give Jeffrey a hard time about that this time.
cool. Up next. This is a chrome tourmaline, and a big one for a chrome. I mean, chrome just generally doesn't come very large. And not that you don't find larger crystals. The problem with them, they just cut black. They're just very, very dark, which is just typical of this material. And this one cut just a great color. And being a round brilliant, it's so rare to get tourmalines in chromes, or most tourmalines in round. So this particular stone weighs 2.99 carats, appraised value of $3,900. $1,950 is our price online, and with the 15% off, the stone is $1,658, so $552 a carat.
Yeah, the color's a lot better than what it's showing here. But you can see how the cut is. It's just I don't know, what do you got? It's kind of not quite a step cut, a little different.
Yeah, I did a Portuguese crown, and I don't remember what I did on the back. Just a brilliant.
It's like a brilliant style.
Or no, there's 3 Portuguese rows.
Oh, yeah, there is.
So it is basically a Portuguese style, less rows. There's only 3 in the pavilion instead of 5 in a full Portuguese. But it worked real well. There's a little bit of inclusion in this. It's tourmalines are typically not clean. I'm not sure where chrome comes in, but most tourmalines are class 2 and some of them class 3. In GIA system, that means it's giving, when they grade a class 2, they give it a higher grade, like what would be a SI1 for a class 2 stone. It would get a VS2 grading, just because they make some concession for stones that are never clean, just like emeralds. Emerald is a class 3, type 3, and just more lenient to the grading. So this is not unusual for these tourmalines to be included. So this is pretty clean tourmaline for this size chrome. But beautiful color. Very difficult for us to photograph greens. We generally have to try and alter them afterwards to get the colors right. The camera just doesn't do greens well. But what's pictured there is pretty accurate, and I can guarantee you it'll be better than that when you get it. I like chromes a lot. Chrome's tough to get. Fortunately, they're all from Tanzania, which is our primary source. So I'm always looking for chromes because they're the bargain of the green stones. A 3-carat emerald is $30,000. A 3-carat savarite is $15,000 probably. So this is the bargain of the greens. And once you go to things like chrome dioxide, people push the softness, the hardness gets too soft for regular wear. And they don't produce colors as good as what those other 3 green stones do.
There's a question about, I don't think we have ever done it, but do you guys laser a hidden security on the table or anywhere?
No. I know you can laser stones. If you send your stone to GIA to be graded, I'm not sure what colors they do. I just always think of the risk. Diamond is, you can laser no problem, but I'm not sure about the lasering of all colored gems. And I'd be interested in knowing more. It'd be a reason to send things to GIA. A lot of these stones, people wonder why we don't get GIA certs. There's so little information provided. They just ID it, and that's about all. They tell you what it is, and some stones, they can tell you where it's from, ruby, sapphire, and emerald. They can source. But you don't get much for your money on a stone like a chrome tourmaline. They'll tell you it's a chrome tourmaline, give you the weight and the size, and that's about it for your $150 round trip and up to a month of time to wait on it. So that's why we don't GIA grade a lot of stones. But if you could get the girdles lasered and it was something that worked well, it might be worthwhile doing. It's nice to know in the future, and then I would know it's my stone, in the future, which would be cool. I've always wanted a way to put my fingerprint on them, and but 10,000 stones later, and I haven't done it.
You'll remember every single one of them.
Yeah. So that's chrome tourmaline. That's from our last trip. We bought it in Kenya. It probably came from Tanzania, but we bought it in Kenya, and that's the first one I've cut from that particular lot of stones.
All right.
Up next is
another hidden gem.
Another hidden gem.
Jeffrey, hidden gem.
Oh, yes. I was ahead of time on this one. So, the hidden gem. If you go to MoreGems.com and click on that top green banner, you're going to see the hidden gem show up right first. If you're on that page already, just hit refresh and this new hidden gem will come up. This one is 25% off if you put in the coupon code RARE25 at checkout.
This one looks a lot like the morganite I just cut. This is a unique color. I've been cutting zircons from Tanzania, and I'm really happy how they're coming out. But I saw this one and had to have it because it's different than any other source. It's not like Mozambique, not like Tanzanian. It just has a slightly different color that appeals to me. It really is so much like a fine morganite.
Yeah, very beautiful and very bright. It is different than the others. I'm sitting here looking at it and trying to figure out what it does look like. And that's it.
Zircon has such a high refractive index, and you get remarkable brilliance out of it. That's one thing it'll have over morganite is a greater brilliance, and usually some dispersion. But this color, I don't know if it's going to show much dispersion or not. But it's a beautiful gem. Yeah. Hopefully, I'll find more from Nigeria. I think that's where it was from. Because just it's a different color, and this is a color that pleases me very much, and so I'm always looking for good zircons. Zircon's kind of like the garnet of 10 years ago, where people really didn't recognize, all the different colors it comes in, and just what the true value of it is. But now we're starting to realize that maybe garnet is a really valuable stone, and the prices have gone up accordingly.
Jeffrey's lost.
So this particular stone, this zircon, weighs 3.79 carat. The appraised value is $1,350. Our online price, $1,190. With the 25% off, it's $892, which comes out to $235 a carat. Really nicely cut. I didn't cut it, but a beautiful cutting job on it.
You didn't cut this one, huh?
No.
Yeah, it is.
Looks
very
like
nice.
it.
Yeah,
faceted girdle, which is something you don't see from overseas, but I know this was cut here in the States.
Yeah, super nice stone. Moving right along.
Sorry, I should have you prepared here.
That's not. All
Nope,
right.
that's not it. All right.
This is a big guy.
This is big and beautiful. Yeah, just another one of those. I'm just so pleased that it came out as it did.
Yeah, we've been calling him Big Stone Steve. Cutting all these big stones.
After cutting this big morganite, I wanted to say, Dad, don't call me Big Stone Steve. I don't want to cut any more big stones, yeah. But if you can cut them like these, it's that's incredible to get that separation. It's hard to find the rough that'll do this. Not your average piece of rough won't do this, and I'll show you what the average piece of rough looks like.
Jeff, you want to give us that bigger screen?
I will try.
Wrong button. There you go.
Yeah. Wow. That's special.
Yeah. You split up the orange and the purple really nicely with that.
Yeah. I cut a 322 carat stone, this material, And, it was very pretty, but it just blended the colors. And that's what I tried to get away from, is that blend. It did eventually sell, but took a while. But this stone, that's...
Yeah, it's crazy how the brilliance separates the orange and the purple.
There was a question earlier. Somebody loved it, but was seeing if you had any smaller ones with that same separation.
We'll see. I mean, you'll have a hard time getting the depth of color in a small one. Here's a smaller one that does have the split. Here's the two types of rough that you get. One that you're going to cut a 50-50 yellow purple, and the other is going to split the color. So this is basically what you're looking for in a smaller stone. You don't find this kind of separation in something less than probably 20 carats. You need the bigger size to get the depth of color and to really get that two colors to show well. So whoever was asking, this is probably the stone for you. If I think it'll work similarly. Don't know what the shape will end up, but it should cut a good stone.
Yeah, this rough is just really beautiful and completely natural. Just wild how it does that.
You have to be a little careful because there is a synthetic made in Russia that looks like this. Oh. All right, that stone weighs 58.35 carats. Appraised price of $5,835. Our online price $2,890, and with the 15% off, it is $24.56 or $42 a carat, which is not a lot per carat for
something
one of the finest stones on the planet.
Yeah,
and that's what this is. This is just an incredible stone.
Look at all the colors just coming off of that culet. Center point of it.
Was a pretty good month of cutting. I didn't get enough done, but darn Morganite took up 5 or 6 stones worth.
Very cool.
That's pretty.
Yeah.
How many hours did this one take? Did you say?
This one? Oh, I don't know. This one was probably...
What does it take you to cut something like that?
8. Big stones just slow you down a lot. Probably 7, 8, 9 hours. So I'm... You're just basically getting my labor here. Let's see, 8 hours. Let's see the...
It looks like a little spiral of color. Wow.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah.
Cool stone.
Nicely done. Be a great stone to own for anybody who's a collector or wants a really unique piece.
And if it makes it through the show, maybe I'll... That's one of those that...
They mount up.
Maybe too big for a ring for me.
Yeah. You always want these ones, but... So.
Cool stone.
Yeah. Very nice. So these are some of the new sapphires that we picked up just recently here, and we got it seeing our supplier first, and these are a few of the others you saw. I think we had a bunch in the other show, and this is another lot of them which we got. Which this is a really nice yellow. We had a stunning yellow. Did we sell that one, or we still have it?
No, we still have that.
Yeah, that was a big one. This is a little smaller, a little bit more.
But still over 2 carats, which, in sapphire, that's a kind of a magic number as far as the value of sapphires goes up significantly over 2 carats. It's kind of in there, wonky a little bit.
Yeah.
So this weighs 2.29 carats, appraised value of $34.35. Our online price $26.90. And with the 15 off, it's $22.86 or $998 a carat. So a great stone for a ring, because sapphire is probably about as tough a stone as you can put in a ring. Diamond is harder, but sapphire is tougher. And those are two characteristics of what makes a stone wearable. And this has excellent toughness, where diamond has good toughness. And it's partly due to the cleavage plane in diamond, that you can just split a diamond in half if you hit it right. No cleavage in sapphire, and just a good wearable stone.
Give us a different view here, Jeff. You can kind of see the size.
They're great ring size. No extra depth to this stone. So it's almost 10 millimeters long.
Cool stone.
That comes from Madagascar. Again, a place I would like to get back to. And with any luck, we will.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not much going on there now. We had a friend that just came back from there, and he wasn't very successful at all. I've had a few trips to Madagascar. I wasn't successful at either, but, some that were just the most incredible gems I'd ever found.
Lost the camera.
And we were, talking about availability of stuff. I emailed the people I deal with in Tanzania and Kenya about how tanzanite was going, and the general consensus was it's still not very good. So the supply of tanzanite is difficult at this time. One of them said, yeah, the tanzanite's difficult, but we'll always find something for you. Just let us know when you come and we'll get you something. So,
Jeff, you want to move on to the next stone?
Michael has.
What? Skipped what? Oh, there's a hidden. Oh, Steve's handed me the stones here.
What's next?
All right.
Okay, I guess we can go out of order. So this is amethyst from Bahia, Brazil. We've been cutting this amethyst now for well over a year, just because what came out of Bahia is currently the finest available, and it vies with the quality that came out of Rwanda. The stones I'm getting are very, very similar. Rwanda probably was still the best ever, but Rwanda is no longer. So these colors are just very, very close. What's on the back of that?
I don't know, something. Little fuzz.
So this one weighs 18.59 carat. It's all step cut. Appraised value of $1,490. The sale price or online price is $830. Need a cloth?
Yeah.
And with the 15% off, it is $706 or $38 a carat.
What's on there? Give me that
Well,
alcohol.
he's buffing that. I'll cut in here there's a lot of people that are joining us here. So
Give me that alcohol.
again, if you like any of these stones, you can go to MoreGems.com and use coupon code SPRING at checkout. It'll take an additional 15% off. We offer credit card, PayPal, and Affirm financing. Showing off that stone again, huh? Otherwise, if you're watching and you like what you're seeing, hit that little thumbs up below. It's at 63 right now. I know we can go higher. We want that 100. There's a lot of you watching. Just click it. And then if you want notifications about upcoming shows or some new stones we released, including that almost 300 carat morganite Steve cut, he's going to be releasing a video showing how he cut it. Just hit that little notification bell below, and you'll be notified in your email once he releases that video. Thank you.
So yeah, this is a pretty sweet amethyst. We've got a few more of these to cut too, don't we?
Yeah, we have a couple kilos yet. So it's the only issue, it's a lot of work for not a lot of money. That's always the debate. I always want to have one on the show, but do I cut a 10 karat tanzanite or a 20 karat amethyst? A lot more value in the tanzanite. But
they're cool.
When you have great stones like this, you want to have a good variety of things. All right. What did we miss, Jeff?
We missed the hidden gem number 3.
All right, give us the hidden gem number 3.
Oh, was it tanzanite? Ah, there it is. We're going to have to buy a new camera. We keep having problems.
I know.
All right. This is a pretty amazing tanzanite, and I debated why I would put it on as a hidden gem, but the reason I did is because I had 2 other rounds in the same show and just made it a rational choice to put it on as a hidden gem for something different. So this one weighs 12.38 carats, has a rating of 966 out of 1,000, which is a very high rating. It's mostly blue, 80% blue, 20% violet. Appraised price of $16,145. Online price $83.55, and with the 25% off, it's $62.66 or $506 a carat. So if tanzanite continues with the situation it is right now, I don't know how long it goes before prices take a big jump. I hope that doesn't happen. It's 50% of our entire business, so I like a good steady supply rather than one that's dwindling and prices going up. But you deal with it as it comes, and long as we can get a supply, you price it however it has to be priced. But it's been stable till now, but as availability has been limited since our trip in October, hopefully something changes, or prices definitely will take a jump pretty soon. I was watching one of the TV shows. I'm not sure which one it was, but one of the popular ones, and they were just talking about how it's almost gone, and they've been saying that for years, but promoting the stuff they have. We're gonna sell this, and after this it's all we've got, and there's not going to be any more. So hopefully that's not true, but what we're seeing from the source is currently it's true, but that things change quickly, so we're having confidence that by the time we get back there it'll have changed.
Jeffrey, can you take me to the other screen? We gotta try and fix this camera. Just take the video down. There you go.
So this coupon code is RARE25. And like I said, if you're not seeing the stone, refresh your screen and it should come up, because these hidden gems we don't show until we're ready to show them.
I just wanted to cut in here. Jessica was having a question about the pricing. So for everybody watching, the sale price that we list, like for the stone, for example, the $83.55, that's the normal sale price. Then if you go to MoreGems.com and put this stone in your cart, you can add the coupon code RARE25 for an additional 25% off for this stone. And for all the other ones that aren't hidden gems, you
Is
just
this
add
a problem again?
code spring for an additional 15% off. So hopefully that makes more sense. But thanks for your patience here. We're trying to fix one of these cameras. Mike's working on it.
Yeah, it's
We've had an issue the last 2 shows. It starts out okay, and
There
then
we
it just cuts out.
I think
You
we're
back?
back.
Okay.
Maybe not. Well,
This is a tanzanite. If you really like the blue end of stones, this will give you that sapphire color.
so if you want to go to the next stone, and then we'll just ignore the camera here.
Okay.
I'm not sure what's going on. It's like it's lagging.
All right, up next, a monster peridot. This particular stone came from Tanzania. This is a brand new source called Gogo peridot. Gogo is the local natives in that area. They're called Gogos. And, they found this material just late last year. And typically it's small. Most of the material I've ever seen would cut a 2-3 carat stone. These were just amazing sizes. I've got one other. It's going to cut another large stone similar to this. But this is just really clean stone, weighs 17.30 carats, has an appraised value of $13,920. And you just don't see peridots in really large sizes very often. And this really has a great peridot color, very little yellow in it. And as I look at it here, it's more minty green than even what you see on the screen.
Now, would this work for a pendant, you think?
Oh, it's a great pendant. Yeah, it's a great shape. Pear shapes sometimes are dead on the tip, but this one, because of its shape, being a wider, fatter shape, it just has full brilliance. There's just no dead spots in it.
Jeffrey, can you check and double check that we're still good on the video, correct?
Yeah.
In the YouTube?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Sorry guys, yeah, I'm sitting here messing in the background trying to fix this this other camera here. But you can continue, Steve.
It's hard when you've got my whole screen taken out.
Yeah,
that's
no,
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've got this on the side here for you, so hopefully.
So the sale price on this was $6,055, and with the 15% off, it is $51.47 or $298 a carat. It just really is remarkable color, just beautiful brilliance to the stone. And 17 karat, although I've bought a few this trip, most of them from Pakistan. I think you'll find that this is probably as large as there is out there in a stone from Tanzania. And the color is slightly different. I think it vies with the quality of Pakistan material. Might have to forget that camera.
Yeah, well, go ahead.
It's distracting.
It's distracting. Continue over here.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm
Can
sorry,
you switch
guys.
our screens?
What?
That's okay.
Next one.
Yeah, you can go on.
My buttons work now.
Oh, okay. Hold on. Let me get out of this. All right.
All right. talk about amazing stones. From Big Stone Steve, this was a real disappointment at first. And a real disappointment because when I cut it, it was a natural color and it just was dark and dull. And I go, oh, it's not heated. Let's try heating it. And it came out of the oven and just a freaking amazing color. It's just the softest, most sapphire blue color that I've ever seen in a tanzanite. There's just something special about this color. You look at it even when the brilliance isn't showing, it's just a pleasing, soft blue coloration. This gem weighs 39.88 carats. Praise value of $53,460. Online price $29,900. And it is $25,415 or $635 a carat. That's where the stone is. But just such a pleasing color. The rating on this stone, 990 out of 1,000. That's about as good as it gets. So few stones have that kind of rating. They have this kind of color, top clarity, and top cut. Just such a pleasing color, and was such a pleasant thing to see come out of the oven and actually improve 1,000%. It's nice to have some things natural, but it's nice to have the fallback, being able to heat and it alter the color to something more desirable. You back?
I think so.
All right, we'll give this stone a shot.
All right, looks like we need to clean it a little bit. Jeffrey, you want to give me that other camera? Uh-oh.
There's two colors that go together well. I think we've made that color combination in the past. Peridot and tanzanite. Can you give us the camera there, Jeff? Okay. Jeff's been in Hawaii for the last week, so he's just got back. He's a little tired, a little jet lagged.
So you push the camera button. Sure? Yeah, didn't work.
Let's go make that stone purple anyway.
Yeah, okay. Let me see what's going on here.
So pretty amazing stone, and really good price at $635 a carat for such a large piece and such a high quality color and cut. They're going by there, right there on the screen. There's a little needle in the back of it. It's the only thing in the stone right at the edge. It pops right out the side of it. It's just a little short needle that I left in. It's because I didn't see the need to take it out because it's in a position you can't see it, and it has no effect on the beauty of the gem. But would have dropped a couple of carats probably to get it out. Maybe a carat. So you think you got this fixed?
I don't know what and or why. What's happening? All right, Jeff, try it again there. So now we've got two of us. All right, try that again. All right, that turns that on. All right, try now. Nothing. I don't know what's going on, man. It's all janky.
Thanks for your patience, everybody. Always have a few camera issues, but
Yeah, we'll have to work on that. Figure out.
Thanks for everybody joining us. Anybody? So I think our furthest person watching, at least stated, was from the UK. I know somebody was in the Bahamas right now. Anybody? Where's
the
everybody
UK.
else from?
Let's see. What time is it there? About 2 a.m. Or
Yeah, we appreciate that one.
yeah. Boy.
Yeah.
Anybody from any other countries, states? We're outside of Chicago in Northwest Indiana. Crown Point, if anybody's local. Colleen, you're the one in the Bahamas. Okay. Enjoy that weather.
Yeah.
Jessica's in Canada. Excellent. Jill's in North Dakota. Utah. Man, Utah's beautiful. With the Angels Landing, I was able to do that hike. That was an amazing hike. Edmund's in HK. Now I see HK, I think Hong Kong. Is that correct, Edmund? I'm not sure.
Well, the time would be right for there. That'd be.
Let's go ahead and we can continue.
All right, let's move on to the next stone. Next stones. This is just a really nice match pair of pear-shaped blue zircons. Looks like there you go. So we got the camera back. It is definitely lagging. Yeah. About 2 seconds. But this is one of the two blue zircons. They're just very brilliant, beautiful color. And just a really nice match. You know, the appraised value of these stones is $1,880. Our online price, $740. And these zircons, $629 with the 15% off, $153 a carat. These come from Cambodia. The two sources we currently have are Cambodia, and the new one is Malawi. You know, but these are just really deep colors for zircons, particularly in these smaller sizes. A great pair of earrings. You know, you can do ring and pendant. 2-stone ring. You know, we bought quite a few pairs, and we're using a lot of them as a 3-stone ring. This has worked well with tanzanite. We've done it with peridot, which is actually a beautiful combination. So you can put a peridot center. Yeah, let's see if I can show you that. Do I have the screen or not? Whoop. The camera. I can kind of have it. Well, yeah, it's too difficult. But anyway, it does work as a good combination with a lot of different stones. So I'm sure I do have a piece in the works with peridot and a couple of blue zircons very similar to this. You want to give me the next stone there, Mike?
Yeah.
It's a hidden gem. This one we've had on the show before. I had planned on recutting the pavilion of the stone, make it a brilliant style, and I looked at it and I go, does that make any sense? I mean, this is just a beautiful stone as it is. You know, more of a brilliant style would make it a different look, but would it be better? So I decided not to do it. And I actually dropped our sale price, $500, and put it on as a hidden gem. Hopefully just to get it to move. I mean, 100-carat stones don't move real easily. So I just try and give you a really good price on it to make it move. And, where we're at with this topaz. So it weighs 98.88 carats, comes from Brazil. 44.40 is the appraised price. 25.90 is our online price. With the 25% off, it's $1,942. So basically, it is $19.60 a carat. Just a really great color, just nicely cut, and
another one from Big Stone Steve.
Yeah, it would make a special pendant for sure.
Yeah, could be a man's pendant.
Mandant?
What do you think? Yeah, I got Jeffrey. Go ahead.
What do you think, Nance? Nancy won't let me even wear a chain, so won't be on my neck.
Yeah, we got a little bit of lag. You're right, but it's working.
A little bit of fingerprint on the back, but that's okay.
Cool.
So nice stone for under $20 a carat.
You can give us that over the screen, Jeffrey. Yep. Minus that.
And again, for anybody that's just joining us, for the hidden gems, these are just added as soon as we talk about them. So if you go to MoreGems.com, click on that green banner, it will now show up. If you're already on that page with all our stones, hit that refresh button, and that'll show up on the first row of stones. And again, use coupon code RARE25 at checkout, and you'll receive 25% off this sale price shown here.
This thing's the worst. All right.
Okay. So next stone up. Nope. There you go. So this is a faceted opal. The reason for faceting, I don't know, they sell, and it adds a little bit to the stone. Some of that orange that you see flashing there, that's from the pavilion facets. It reflects I'm not exactly sure why it reflects orange, but there's always a little orange body color to these opals. So that flash you see around the outside is not play of color. It's actually reflected color. Did that work on the camera?
Should. I don't know. I haven't.
Can you give us the camera there, Jeff?
Oh, wrong button. Oh, boy. All right.
So the normal price on this is $1,635. $1,190 is our price online, and it's $1,661 or $98 a carat.
We lost it again. Also, everybody, this one not a hidden gem, just a wrong button push.
Did it come up?
Yeah, so this one's 15% off, and still having issues with this camera. So we may have to just live without it, and then next time I'll do something different.
If we can try the old camera, or
no, that'll do the same.
Yeah,
we'll have to use a different.
So, Steve, are these the facet opals? Are they tougher to cut than
Oh,
normal
for sure.
stones, or-
Yeah, yeah. It takes me 4 hours, whereas a cab I can probably do in an hour. So significantly more time to do it. But they've always been good sellers. It's rare that I keep a faceted stone in stock. Not sure if it's just the unique character of it that makes them sell. Just totally different than what you expect from an opal. Because most Australian opal won't facet because it's not transparent enough. It will have little effect on it.
All right. Yeah, next stone.
Colleen wanted to see it on your hand.
Yeah, I don't know if that's going to happen. I'm attempting to fix this again, but
I can show it in the camera, but yeah, and the camera actually does a pretty good job for opals if we get it running. But
if you could just put us on the main screen, Jeff. Try it again. All right.
More technical issues. So this one's also from Wilo, Ethiopia. And I talked to our supplier in Ethiopia, and there's been a lot of issues there. They just had a major mine cave in, and they lost, I think, about 20 miners. So I asked him whether it was going to affect the opal business. He didn't think so. There's a lot of issues in Ethiopia. They're in civil war right now. Which has spread quite a bit, not only the north, it's in the south also. So there's just a lot of issues going on. The south does produce some real nice morganite and emerald, as well as aquamarine also. So you can see what kind of size it is, but definitely can't see much else about it.
Yeah. Yeah, the camera's not really built for that. And whether I can.
A couple questions on this. Colleen was asking, what does white base hydrophane material mean?
What does white base hydrophane material? White base is just the basic body color rather than being black like the ones we showed earlier. Hydrophane means it is porous, and that's one characteristic about it that you have to be a little careful with, because being porous, it can absorb oils. You want to avoid hand creams and lotions, probably perfumes because they're oil based. You just want to keep that type of liquids off the opal. You can wash your hands, and if you keep it in for too long, like if you put these opals, we got videos out there where 5 minutes sitting in water, it will absorb the water, kind of lose its color, and then when you take it out and it dries overnight, the color just comes right back. So it is like a little sponge, and that's the one thing you have to be careful. All the other characteristics are actually better than most other sources. It's harder, it's tougher than other sources. It will take more abuse. But the characteristic of being hydrophane is one issue that you have to be aware of.
And a few more. Delilah wants to know, I'm guessing gem cutter, but wants to know, attaching this opal to a dot, do you use glue or wax?
I've used glue is what I've been using, epoxy, and soak it off with a tack, and I've seen no effect on the opal. It will absorb that, but it evaporates and doesn't leave a trace as far as I can tell.
All right.
And when I do dop them, I try to dop them in a way that I don't have to soak them, but occasionally I do. If you look at my dopping technique, you can dop it and remove the stone typically without putting it in a tack, and that's what I attempt to do with opals.
Next question. This was back about the topaz that we just showed. So, Lost Without Her asked, is the distinguishing factor between Swiss and London the duration of treatment or the combinations of treatment, heat, and or IR?
It's the type of treatment. London blue is treated in an atomic pile, and therefore when they're treated, they have to be put aside for 6 months for the residual radiation to leave the stone. And the other colors are done by cyclotron treatment. So there's no residual radiation. So it's completely different treatments that form the different colors.
All right, might as well continue the next one. I'm trying to...
Next stone?
Yeah, jimmy something up here.
All right, so this is white zircon. Certain zircon materials you can, if you heat them the right way, you can turn them white. This one's not perfectly white, but it is mostly white. It has a slight orangey background color. If I were going to grade it as a diamond, we'd probably put it in the L kind of color as far as what the secondary tone is. It's not pure white, but the secondary tone is a little bit pinkish, is what we've decided it is. But basically, when you look at it, it appears as a white stone. So it's a good diamond simulant. And actually in the 1940s, it was the diamond simulant, was white zircon. This particular stone weighs 2.58 carats. Price online $490, and with the 15 off, it is $416 or $161 a carat. Just beautifully cut and just a very attractive stone, extremely brilliant, and again, good dispersion from the stone.
Zircon's pretty hard, right? So you could use
zircon's a hard stone. You're harder than most other gems, harder than tourmalines and garnets and amethyst. Harder than most.
So I've got a side camera here. So it's kind of like a live view. All right, Jeff, can you hit that camera button again? Tell me if that works.
Let's get rid of that.
Did you do it again? All right, try to hit it again. All right. Okay. Go ahead.
Bit on the blue side.
Bit on the blue side, yeah.
Yeah, need those other lights in there for that.
All right, continue.
Yeah,
all right.
Let's just drop the camera.
Okay.
Yep.
I'd rather see you than
Yeah.
the camera.
There was a question. Gina wanted to know, back to the hydrophane opal. I think we talked about this before. There's no way to seal it, so it's not hydrophane anymore.
Not to my knowledge as of yet. Maybe one day they'll find a way. But no. I don't know what. Yeah, putting any kind of coating on them, or the people have been trying. Because if you can do that, you take away all the issues with this type of opal. And then you have a opal that's harder and, and has few issues. But you just wear it carefully. I mean, I've worn one for years and no issue. I've cracked one too, but you don't drop them on tile floors in a heavy ring and expect it to survive. But they actually, I've got a friend that at the shows, when people come up, he'll throw opals onto the glass top. That's his demonstration of how durable they are. So they do take a lot of abuse, but there's a limit to what abuse you can give an opal. Yeah. All right, next stone there, Jeff. There we go. It's another hidden gem.
Yes, and everybody that's just joining us, the hidden gem, if you're on the page where all our stones are on MoreGems.com, you click on the green banner at the top there on MoreGems.com, and it'll take you there. Just hit refresh. This hidden gem will show up. And unlike many of the other stones on this show, if you use coupon code RARE25 at checkout, you get an additional 25% off that sale price over here, $14.90.
All right. Yes, this the normal price on this $2,600 is the appraised price. Our sale price online is $14.90, and with the 25% off, it is $1,117. Just a really nice pink color. I mean, you can't ask for a better pink than this. This is Barbie pink for sure. Nice square stone, big face to it. It's a relatively shallow cut, so you get a broad face, being almost 6 millimeters and a carat. It's it'll make a nice engagement ring because the durability is there that will last you for years and years. And just a really unique shape for sapphires. You don't see them cut like this very often. And typically, a stone this big would be 1.5 carats, more like. So nice clean stone, has a little bit in it, but almost all sapphires have some. It's a VS2 clarity. Comes from Madagascar. We'll have a high appraised price of $2,600.
Here you go. See if you can show it in there.
That's gonna. Yeah. Not easy.
Well, my camera's all over the place.
Well, it's lagging too.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and look at the back. Yeah, it's making everything blue.
Well, I tried, folks.
We'll put blue gems on here, and that might work. But.
Yeah.
All right, give it up.
Okay.
Just have to deal with our studio videos until we figure out the issue.
Yeah.
Now we've done 47 or so of these, and haven't had an issue.
Figure that out. Yeah.
Hopefully next time you'll have it figured out. All right, pink sapphire from Madagascar. Like that blue topaz, don't you, Jeff? Michael's got it.
It didn't turn off. It's okay. I'm going to get it back to him.
Okay, our next gem is really a lovely white opal this time. Again, just remarkable colors, and it just intense color throughout, every color of the rainbow. This one weighs 16.97 carats. And front and back, again, beautiful, beautiful. That's what's amazing about these. If you look at Australian opals, usually the black has either got potch or just colorless black opal. Not always, but it's common. But these are just solid color throughout, front and back. This is a nice big facing gem, make a great pendant. Praised price of $2,720. The online price $1,955. And with the 15% off, it's $1,661 or $98 a carat. And you just look at the colors in it. It's just truly a remarkable gem. So rare you get such intense colors with an even spread, just no dead spots in the stone. And, you look at the blues and indigo, we don't usually think of indigo, but it's in this stone. Red, orange, yellow, blue, indigo, and violet. Yeah, that's the full rainbow in this one gem. These, as just a simple pendant, look great. As I've said over and over, it's the one thing that people come back and say that people are just always commenting, on their opal pendant.
For there's a question about, say if someone wants this just to collect these pieces, or maybe even in jewelry, is there a special way to store opal outside of other things?
Nope. Yeah. You can pretty much, I don't know what you could do wrong as far as storing it. As long as you keep the oils and stuff away from them, they're easy to store. I've got stones I've had since 2012 that we just store them in a box or in these containers like this, and they just no change whatsoever. I don't know what else would damage these other than, like I say, oils. I don't think sunlight or water or pretty much anything you could do with them. They're pretty heat resistant. You don't want opal, you generally don't want to be taking the turkey out of the oven and putting your hand into a 350-degree oven all of a sudden. All gems, heat shock is what can cause problems. Is that right, Mike?
Yep, that's right.
Okay. Get back in the show here now.
I know, just distracted.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys.
It took away half your job.
I know, yeah. Well.
All right. Moving on from this opal. Okay, here's a gem that I've owned for years, and I've been going to recut it and finally sat down and did recut it. It was a stepped emerald cut with very steep ends to keep that slightly yellowish green out of there, but I've decided that it actually adds to the beauty of the gem. So I recut this into more of a standard type of cut that I didn't worry about the C-axis, which is the looking down the long end of the stone. Sometimes that's black on a tourmaline, and you definitely have to keep it out then. But in this case, it's just more yellowish green, so you get that blend, that mix of more indicolite blue green to the greenish on the ends. This color has become very important in the tourmaline business and very desirable. So this one weighs 12.78 carats, normal price of $11,120, sale price $71.90, and with the 15% off, it's $61.11, $478 a carat. I'm really happy with the change that came about with this stone. I did lose a couple of carats, but definitely was worthwhile. This particular stone comes from Afghanistan. I bought it probably 15 years ago. Yeah. Bought a parcel and, like I say, cut the stone and just finally recut it. And it has become much more saleable, I'm sure now. Much more brilliant than it was and more a unique color.
And it good size for a ring, or I don't know.
Yeah. It's not too big for a ring. I mean, it's a big ring, but definitely not. If you like big rings, it's a perfect stone. And durable enough, has good toughness and good hardness, so it'll wear well, and just make a great ring or pendant, either. It's a type of cut that will work well in a pendant also. All right.
For the next one?
Sure. All right, aquamarine. This is from our last trip. Bought this in Kenya. I believe it's from Tanzania, but a lot of gems make their way to Kenya because they're so close. We drove from Arusha in Tanzania to Kenya in 5 hours. That should have taken 3, but
I think you warned
if
us
Jeffrey
about
was
that.
driving, we'd have been 2 hours. But it was a unique trip. You get to watch giraffes along the way.
Just drive, and there's
And there's
elephant herd that went across the road and we had to wait a while for. Yep.
You're making that up.
No, I got video of it.
Oh, do you?
Yeah, I remember.
Where was that? Was
That was
that
on the
in
way back.
Tanzania? That was in Tanzania.
Tanzania.
Yeah. Okay.
But this stone, unfortunately, it has sold.
Which one?
The one we're talking about.
Yeah. People don't even give me a chance to talk enough about
I
it.
know. Thank you, Eileen.
Yeah. Well, it's similar to my ring. Actually is a little better color than my ring and a little bigger. So I'm jealous. So,
Yeah, nice pick, Eileen.
all right.
And I'm going to stay on here because we had another sale. Dave picked up that. Well, you want to take a guess, Michael? What did Dave buy?
Dave got an opal.
Wrong. Dave? Any idea?
Dave bought Tanzanite.
No, Dave picked up the 58 karat ametrine.
Oh, really? Oh, damn it. Yeah, I could have sat on that for a while. Just the pleasing thing. You're just going to love looking at it. It's just such a unique look everywhere you turn it, as you saw. It's just a special gem. So hopefully I'll cut more. I'm always looking for that material. Just few and far between. We have that one piece I can cut. Hopefully it'll be as good, but yeah, there's not going to be many that are that good. So, all right. Thank you. Okay, next stone. Are you in this show anymore? Or you just, okay. Michael's all depressed about his camera, so he's not going to help me anymore.
I'm here to help.
Okay, thanks, Jeff.
The older,
You were always the good one.
The elderly brother comes in to save the day.
Yeah, let's see. How long did we wait before we had Michael? About 8 years or so.
Perfect. So,
What?
all right.
All right.
You ready, Steve?
We love you, Mike. All right, next stone. This is a carat 50, kind of a unique color in sapphire. Purple. I don't see them like this very often. Weighs 1.50 carats. Normal price $3,000. Sale price $19.90. And it's $1,691 or $1,127 a carat. So kind of a unique cut, would make a great ring. Probably big enough for a pendant, but probably a better ring. Again, durable stone, so you don't have to worry about wearing it in a ring. Just a special color. This comes from Madagascar via Sri Lanka You know, when I go to Madagascar, all the dealers there, they're just the whole street is filled with dealers, and most of them are Sri Lankan, some Thais, but mostly Sri Lankans. So, you know, for many, many years, all the sapphire that was sold as being coming from Ceylon or Sri Lanka, you know, they finally decided that, all this stuff was coming from Madagascar. But they would lie about it because Sri Lankan brought more money. It was the known gem in the business, and it fetched a higher price, so they just told people it was Sri Lankan. After a while, the prices stabilized, and nobody really cared where it was from, you know, because Madagascar just produced some incredible sapphires.
You show it up maybe on your finger, if possible. We got
Possible.
I don't have handy tonight, but
Possible, but
handy's just the hand we use.
yeah.
That's the name.
Whoop. Oh, well.
That's why we don't do it that way.
Yeah. We'll find it later.
So
You know, but it makes a decent sized ring because it's almost 12 millimeters long. So it would be a really nice ring. Particularly, you put a row of diamonds around it, and it's a special piece. So,
AMD wanted to know: do Madagascar sapphires tend to be more variable in color?
well, it's hard to say that because Sri Lanka produces a huge variety of color. Also, you know, I don't know. I mean, they're known for their variety of color. What comes out of Ilakaka and other sources, it's just a really varied color range. But you can say the same thing about Sri Lanka. Yeah. So,
What causes? I mean, the color change. Do you know why some are?
just different trace elements.
Okay.
You know, just like if there's yes, chromium. You know, it becomes a ruby. You know, chrome is the coloring agent. You know, and other manganese is often a color that produces yellow, and you know, so iron is definitely yellow. Iron is what causes the secondary green coloration in aquamarine. It produces yellow, and yellow and blue makes green. So, you know, just different trace elements. You know, that's not true in all stones because sometimes it's color centers that cause the differences in color. But mostly in sapphire, it's trace elements. So.
Yeah, because normally I think you see pinks, blues, of course, and yellows, but I haven't seen too many purples come through.
Yeah, it's been a long time since we had a purple. Yeah, I mean, you see color changing. Purple to blue is most common where you would see purple. So if you get it in incandescent lighting, it'll be more purple. But just seeing a straight purple is pretty unusual. So, yeah, and cool. I don't even think the Gem Guide, I don't even think they priced purple. No, they don't. Just because it's just that they have every other color. Oh, they do have purple.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there is.
Okay.
Yeah, I guess that's where I got it. So it occurs, but rarely. So.
All right. Rare sapphire for somebody. All right. Next one is a hidden gem. And for everybody, again, I'm going to load this up on the page right now. It's not there yet. But if you go to MoreGems.com and click on that green bar, it'll take you to all the stones from the show. If you're already there, just hit refresh in 10 seconds. And I will have that loaded up. And all right, you can hit refresh. It will show up now. And this one is 25% off the sale price with Rare 25. All right, tell us about this stone, Steve.
All right, this is 8.19 karat blue zircon, comes from Cambodia. The coloring's kind of a blue-green. when we video these, it kind of separates out that green more than being a blend. When you see it in your hand, it's more of a blended blue-green rather than splitting out the green and the blue as the camera does. This particular stone, the normal price is $5,075, sale price of $2,130, and with the 25% off, it is $1,590, $1,598, $2,130. Not sure what that's priced per carat. It looks like $195 a carat. Beautiful gem, unique shape, and this actually was on our last show. It was purchased early, so you didn't really have a chance at it, so we brought it back for this show because it was returned. It was bought and returned.
And is this, I guess, an 8 carat, good for a ring?
Yep.
As well?
Yeah.
There we go.
All right. So yeah, good ring size. Just, and again, remarkable brilliance.
Sparkle. All right. Let's see. Okay. Had a question here. Have we ever obtained stones from North Carolina to cut?
Been down there to mine a few times, but no, never found anything of quality and never got anything to cut. They produce originally the original producers of rhodolite garnet, but I have never seen rough to cut, and of course they have ruby from Cowie Creek, and they're in Franklin, North Carolina. There's a show there. Me and Michael have been down to the show, and it was interesting, but not interesting enough to take us back again. So. Okay.
All right. Ready for the next one.
Up next. Kind of a unique sapphire cut. This is a step cut cushion. This particular stone is from Montana. It comes from Rock Creek. An interesting blend of blue-green and yellow. I would not sure we call it a bicolor. It is kind of bicolored, almost tricolored, but doesn't split the color out, just kind of mixed, as you can see. But ends up a unique looking gem. Praise price on this one of $2,856. $1,880 is the online price, and with the 15% off, 38. This one is $1,598 or $671 a carat, which for a Montana sapphire is pretty reasonable stone. Montana has been extremely popular, so therefore it's brought as high of money as almost any sapphire anywhere in the world, and in some cases even higher. In these blues and blue greens, and they're priced higher than probably the other sources, which as you'll see, I think we've got another sapphire coming that's from another source that is kind of in this color range. That probably brings a little less money per carat. Well, I say that, but this one is pretty low price per carat, considering it's a 2 carat 38. VS1 Clarity Montana stone. It's $671 a carat. That's about as cheap as you buy sapphire.
Yeah, last show there was I love these bicolor sapphire. I know I don't ever buy stones, but I'm thinking I should start. But because last show we had like a blue and yellow one that was weird too. I think it was.
Yeah, we had a blue and yellow and that red and blue one.
Yeah,
kind of reddish, bluish. That was
these are just really unique.
Crazy stone.
Sapphires, you just don't usually color combinations.
Yeah,
cool.
It's just seeing a lot more of this material, a lot of new sources that are producing non-traditional colors in sapphire.
And just being, the color has no effect on the hardness. So
no,
easily ring, pendant, all that kind of stuff.
Nope.
Yeah. Okay. Ready for the next?
I'm ready. You ready for the next, Mike?
Do it. Ready for the next one. All right.
So another blue zircon. I bought a lot of blue zircon just because my sources are special and they just have really intense colors, just beautiful, beautiful zircons. So I tend to not overbuy in them, but I buy a lot of it, because getting these top colors is not easy. And my suppliers, once I've done with them, I've pretty much cleared out the best of their colors. So they are limited, but they are available out there. And this is a beautiful gem. This one comes from Malawi. Malawi is a relatively new supplier. But the color's a little bit different and very, very intense color. We do get blue zircons out of Cambodia with the same kind of depth of color. But the good thing about the Malawi stones is they're cut more traditional. The rough is not as excessively deep. So, they're cut more traditional cutting, not the excessive depth. Because when you have a piece of rough, it's hard not to make the full use of the rough. So the material that comes out of or out of Cambodia, deeper rough, so the cuts end up deeper and often excessively deep. That it makes great brilliance, but makes them hard to mount. Whereas this is cut much like a diamond, so there's no excessive weight in the pavilion of the stone. And blue zircon is very, very, has a high specific gravity, so very dense and very weighty for a given size. So it's good when you can cut them correctly and not have that extra weight and still have that beautiful brilliance that you see from zircon. So this particular stone, appraised price of $2,055. Sale price $1,050, and with the 15% off, it is $892. Just a pretty mix of the blue and green, making this just a unique blue gemstone. Aqua, sometimes you get that secondary green color in it. Which can make some of them attractive. Some of them you need to heat them, get rid of it because it's not attractive. But in the case of blue zircon, that green makes it unique and just a very, very attractive stone in something that's so brilliant it looks like diamond. And we had a sale.
Yes. David picked up the Heart Shield Cut Blue Zircon, the hidden gem.
All right.
Thank you, David.
Thanks, David.
Yeah, you'll find that will be as dark a blue zircon as pretty much exists. Yeah. If it's any darker than that, it's too dark. But that's just a really, really beautiful gem. Next up, Another sapphire. This particular one comes from Madagascar. And I was talking about the kind of blues and greens, or the greenish blues that are available today that you'll find coming from multiple sources. Montana, this particular source, Madagascar, Malawi, Nigeria, have all been producing some of these greens with a little bit of blue to them. This particular stone weighs 1.86 carat. Appraised price of $3,070. $1,990 is our price online. And with the 15 off, this stone is $1,693, or just a little over $900 a carat. Really well cut, great brilliance to the stone, great clarity, VS1 clarity, so almost nothing in it, which is not typical for sapphire. Sapphire are typically have some inclusions.
That's another one of those.
It's
bicolor.
No, again, the camera's kind of splitting it more. It's just kind of blue-green. Yeah,
Oh, whatever it is, it's a cool color combination.
Yeah. It's been a popular color combination. It's Madagascar, Montana. Much of their stones coming out are this kind of color range, from light green to blue green to, they can go blue, but more of it's in this mixed teal coloration.
And Rochelle said that they're going sapphire mining in Montana this summer. We went, 2 years ago, year and a half ago? How long was it?
When was it? Must have been a year and a half. Yeah. It was.
Any tips for her that we can tell her?
Well, we've done some videos. And if you want to give us a call, we can give you some better ideas of where to go.
Fun trip.
Yeah. We did, how many mines did we do? Just two?
Two or three, yeah. But we did some other mining there. We did the ammonite. Ammonite.
So we did Spokane Bar and El Dorado Bar.
Can't remember the other one. Rainbow? No, that was someplace else.
Did we actually do any mining anywhere else?
Well, I don't even recall. It's been a while.
It was just me and you at Spokane, wasn't it, Mike? Spokane Bar.
Yeah.
Okay.
In Montana, yeah.
Yeah.
So if you're going to be out there, gotta go to Glacier as well. Glacier was amazing.
Yeah, you got to go to Glacier. That's pretty amazing. And, make sure you can schedule what's that called? Not Drive to the Sun. It's Road to the Sun.
Something like that. Yeah, you had to. Yes, that was cool.
Yeah.
Just don't take a big car.
Yeah, don't take an RV. Yeah, take a regular car, and it's a great drive. 34 miles through the mountains, and sometimes you have to schedule it. If it gets real busy, they limit the amount of cars.
Yeah.
So, but well worth the trip.
Yeah, Montana, great state.
Yeah, and we went. No, that was the other trip that we did, opal mining. That's not close. Yeah. So yeah. If you want to give us a call, we can give you a little more information. I don't think we have all the information out there online, do we, Mike?
As far as the Montana sapphires?
Yeah, where to go and.
No, we don't have that all laid out. There's some videos, but.
Yeah, we can give you some tips. Just give us a call.
All right. Next stone. Get this to work here.
Zircon. Okay, Portuguese cut amethyst. This particular stone weighs 800. I'm Big Stone Steve back. 8 carat 57. I think I have an amethyst that'll cut an 800 carat, but I'm not going to do that quickly. Yeah, we'll see if I do that in my lifetime. So this weighs 857, comes from Bahia, Brazil. Not sure if I cut this or Linda. It says I cut it. So we don't have a regular. Yeah, I do have a regular price. Regular price of $685. $430 is our online price, and with the 15% off, it is $365 or $43 a carat. So I have this down as the cut. Linda cut this stone.
Linda did an amazing job. For
Yeah.
that price, that's just too cheap. The Portuguese cut, I just love those. And if you had, we've talked about it before, but like anytime that Michael posts like some of these stones on Reddit, the Portuguese cut is the one that almost always goes viral. Well, the opal does too a lot, but as far as cutting, I think it's the when you or Linda do the Portuguese cuts.
Yeah, it's for sure the most popular cut we have. It just sells quickly, and it's pretty much a sure thing. And you're right, amethyst, cutting a stone for $365 when you spend 4 or 5 hours to cut it, becomes a little questionable, but hey, it's all for the cause. But they cut beautiful gems, and this is one of them. Just the colors pretty amazing on it, and the brilliance is outstanding. It's the right depth of color. It's not too dark that the brilliance doesn't show, but it's deep enough that you get that strong pleochroism that you like to see in amethyst. Good job on that, Linda.
Yes, definitely, Linda. Amazing cutter. All right. You ready for the next one?
I'm ready.
All right.
Are you ready? Another one of those unique split colored stones, and this one does.
Another sapphires.
Yeah, this one definitely is almost bicolor. It has a yellow zone running down the center, and blue-green to kind of a yellow-green. So unique stone, unique shape again. This is a carat 83 hexagon. High clarity, it's VS2. Well, you'll find something in it, but very, very minor inclusions. So normal price on this stone, do we have one? Carat 83. $25.60. $19.90 is our price online, and the 15% off gives you $1,691 or $924 a carat. Another stone, a good face size, almost 7.5 millimeters, so it's going to make a nice looking ring. Most carat diamond rings, they're about 6 to 6.5 millimeter. So this particularly as a hex has a much bigger look, which I can show you. Maybe.
Okay, hold on. Got this.
There you go. So make a decent size ring stone.
So this one's from Madagascar. If somebody, had the, because there was another similar color from Montana. Would you be able to tell a difference just by looking at them?
I wouldn't.
No.
I think GIA can identify those particular sources. I'm not 100% sure, but I would bet they could separate them. For $150, you could have that done. So if it's important, which it doesn't really affect the price much, although, sometimes Montana does bring a little higher price than other sources currently, just because of the popularity here in the U.S. Worldwide, the popularity of Montana is not so great. But as far as the U.S., it is a really, really strong market, particularly engagement rings for people here in the U.S. Montana's just become a very important spot.
Yeah, I think associate of mine at work bought one of the sapphires from us for their engagement ring.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, very popular.
No, not something we mind, but we cut.
No, yeah, we cut it, mined it. Yeah.
Cut and mined it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, we didn't mind much, but we got quite a few.
Yeah, we got some good stuff.
Yeah. I still have some to cut. Didn't I cut one for both of you guys or not?
Oh, maybe Michael. I didn't get one. I got this cool ring.
Oh, okay.
I show this off all the time.
Yeah.
This is Spessor tight, yes. So I love this one. You guys looking for a ring, style, design? I think we're making one for somebody, aren't we? A similar one. Somebody bought a stone for one. I'm not sure if we've made it yet.
Yeah.
But
yeah, we tried to make one for a tanzanite, but it was too deep and mounting just wouldn't handle it. So.
Okay. All right.
Okay. Next stone.
We, I think the last few stones are all hidden gems.
All hidden gems.
So
get ready.
Refresh that page where all these stones are and MoreGems.com.
You're going to make them all live at once?
I did.
Okay.
To make it easy. But just use a coupon code RARE25 and all these remaining gems will be 25% off in your cart. And again, you can use credit card, PayPal. We've got financing through a firm, I believe. Or if you wait till tomorrow and it's still around, you can also put it on layaway for 20% down for up to 6 months. So also, if you're loving the show right now, please give us a thumbs up. I think we're at 118. That's awesome. Let's go up a little bit higher. That would be great. And if you want to, probably should show that amazing morganite again. If you want to see how Steve cut an almost 300 carat morganite, we're going to be releasing the video in the next week. All you got to do is go down there and hit subscribe and hit that little bell. And you'll get an email as soon as we load that up on the YouTube showing this amazing morganite, which will be available. There it goes. So yes. You want to show that one more time?
I could show it. It just doesn't show with this camera. I mean, it really is a beautiful, beautiful color.
I can show the video.
Yeah.
Well, that's in Steve's hands. That's amazing. I'm going to try doing the video and hopefully I don't mess it up. Definitely didn't work. Okay. There we go.
There you go. Now that's amazing.
That is amazing.
Yeah. Made my day for sure. Just a moment of silence.
Amber was asking what kind of stone was in my ring, and it is a Spessor tight garnet. So try to do a close up. I'm not a jewelry wearer, but I absolutely love this ring. And my brother also has one as well. So it's very just, I don't know, it's just simple, but it looks so good. When we went to the Tucson Gemshow, we were getting so many comments on this ring too. So,
and I wasn't on my ring, which was a little disappointing, but I thought I had a great tanzanite ring and they're getting all the compliments. But that's garnets, they have such great brilliance, and that intense color against that yellow gold is really a beautiful combination. All right.
Next one.
All right, hidden gem. Unique cut, particularly coming from Cambodia. I mean, they have started cutting some fancier shapes, and this is one that worked really, really well. Beautiful color, beautiful brilliance, and outstanding cutting. Again, a little bit on the deep side, but not excessive. We worked hard to pick stones that weren't overly deep, but What you get with that extra depth is remarkable brilliance. Deep stones like the Portuguese cuts, always produce a very dramatic, brilliant cut. So this is going to have great dispersion, just great color. The appraised price on this is $2,160. $1,330 is the online price. And with the 25% off, it is, I don't know, that doesn't look, let me get that number. Anybody got a calculator? 1130 doesn't sound quite right. Could be.
What are we looking at?
1330 times 0.75.
So $997.50.
$997.50. So yeah, very good buy on this. Really top quality Cambodian zircon. Use the coupon code RARE25. Just make really a special ring or pendant.
Yeah, that color is pretty amazing. And what was it that you say that makes it so brilliant with blue zircon?
Well, really high refractive index. We use a refractometer to identify gems, and this has a refractive index too high for the refractometer. Like it's not as high as diamond, but it is one of the closest commonly seen gems, closest refractive index to what a diamond is. Diamond is actually 250 something, and this is 181 as a refractive index. But the morganite is 157. And those numbers, the higher the number, the more brilliance it can have. So it's the reason that blue zircon is so brilliant.
All right. Move on to the
next hidden gem.
Another one that's 25% off. Here we go.
So it is really another unique opal. Just the color patterns in this are so varied and just unique. And the amount of color in it and the body color. The body color is, I believe, it would at least be called a semi-black in Australia. And the darker they get, the higher the value of them is. And this, the play of color throughout the stone, it's just even throughout. So this particular gem has an appraised value of $5,080. $2,490 is our price online. And with the 25% off, it's $2,167 or $85 a carat.
And those little white spots floating around, that's just the lamp.
Yes, right? Yes. You get a couple of multiple reflections from the lamps.
That little nuclei.
Yeah, you don't get those. Yeah.
It's kind of mesmerizing how it just floats.
Yeah. But that's a problem with cabs. You try and photograph cabs, and they're just like this little mirror that wants to reflect everything that you put on it.
Those colors that just float around, though, that's crazy.
Yeah, it's another special opal. I just I'm just mesmerized by these opals and the amount of color that's in them, and I can't keep from buying them. So if you need anything in opal, I have such a big stock of opal that it'll be years before we ever get it all on. I've bought more by then. Because I just think it's some of the best things coming out of the ground. And when you compare it with other sources, it's a fraction of the price of other sources. I mean, literally a fourth, a fifth, sometimes a tenth the price of what you would get from Australia. So coupon code RARE25.
Yep. All right.
Yep.
Now, we're getting close to the end of the show. Got another stone coming up. But if you do have any questions, make right off the bat, AMD wants to know if you can hold that stone up, Steve. Looks good. But if you have any questions, make sure to post them in the chat. We will go ahead and answer those. Steve will answer them before the end of the show. See, Pauline has a question. Rochelle, thank you for joining us tonight. Have a good night. And again, all these stones are available on MoreGems.com. Most of the stones use coupon code SPRING for 15% off in the cart, or the hidden gems, just make sure to use RARE25 for 25% off. And again, we offer credit card, PayPal, Affirm financing. And tomorrow, if you want to put it on layaway, you can give us a call. Just requires 20% down, and you can do it for 6 months. If you've liked the show so far, again, please give us a thumbs up below. And, for any future stones that we release or videos, or you want to see that video, that huge morganite as Steve is cutting it, just hit that down below, hit that little bell to subscribe, and you'll get emailed. So we had a question here before we get to the last stone. Pauline wants to know, how is a blue zircon different from a blue topaz?
Okay. Let me count the ways. First of all,
confused quite a bit.
Yeah. We can start with treatments. Blue topaz was never blue to start with. It was colorless and was irradiated to color. Blue zircon, the colors are there, but they're masked by a brown overtone like in tanzanite. So you heat them, it takes out the blue and leaves just that blue and green that you see in them. Topaz is higher refractive index. Topaz has more green in it than the zircon has more green than the topaz, which would make the color different. One's blue-green, one is just blue. They're completely different gems. The chemical makeup is totally different. So they are very, very different gems. There are many other things that are different about them, but everything's different about them. Literally everything, except they're both in a blue color range. Is about the only thing that's similar. Yeah. Okay. They have similar hardness. They're both pretty hard gems.
Hopefully that helps Pauline. And I just want to thank Emily. She said she bought a tanzanite from us about 9 years ago. So she's still watching, and that's awesome.
Yeah, cool. Thank you.
Yeah, and for everybody that's watching, MoreGems.com has a good majority of all the stones that we have. We also do have a retail store right outside of Chicago in Crown Point, Indiana, with the showroom open on Tuesdays and Saturdays. And if you love tanzanite, you can go to tanzanitejewelrydesigns.com. That has hundreds of tanzanites, including even tanzanite specimens and mineral crystals that we didn't even show on the show tonight. Those are from Michael's collection. And if you do like minerals and specimens, you can go to our other website. Yeah, we got a lot. Our other website, mineralmike.com. He's got some amazing crystals there. Sold a huge tanzanite one today, didn't you, Mike?
Yeah, that one went out there. It's going to be going out tomorrow.
Yes, yeah, so massive one. So if you want to see some cool tanzanite specimens, you can, again, mineralmike.com or tanzanitejewelrydesigns.com.
He did have a good trip to Tucson, and the Africa trip were both good for Mike. He got some great crystals.
All right. We ready for the final stone?
I'm ready.
Okay.
It's another opal, but this one is definitely a black. This is Ethiopian black. The color black is a little more brownish black, but this one's significantly deeper color than the one previously. And again, that darker background, the colors just stand out so dramatically on it. This particular stone weighs 13.48 carats. And exactly what makes this body color, I can't tell you. I'll try and find out. That's a question I've had for a long time. Just why is it darker base than others?
Just going to ask you that.
Yeah. Yeah, well, that's what everybody wants to know. I mean, you just look at the colors. You can see blues and violets, indigos in there. Those are some rarer colors. And, of course, the reds and greens. In Australia, reds are the most difficult to get. In Ethiopia, they're probably the dominant color that you see in Ethiopian opals. And red is considered to be the most valued color in the Australian opals. So these are pretty remarkable stones, particularly consider the low price per carat that they have. This is a gem, weighs 13.48 carat, appraised price $6,740. Our online price of $1,990, and that comes down to $1,485, about $110 a carat. We had a sale.
Yes, and we know that Phil loves his opals. So Phil picked up this opal. Great one.
Yeah, it is a
nice
special
collection.
stone. Yeah.
Thank you, Phil. All right, and something that we didn't talk about, Steve, was that we usually do is, because we did have some gem cutters and just maybe the machine that you use.
Yeah.
For gem cutting.
Sure. This 290 carat gem, I just spent 30 hours on the machine behind me, which is the Ultratech V5. Really an amazing machine. For those interested in cutting, it's the machine I recommend. I've got several different machines over the years. I've used 4 different machines. Started with MDR, and then went to Alpha Taurus. I have a Facette, and finally I have the Ultratech V5. And not only is it a great quality machine that produces a great cut, it also is a machine that's the company's going to be around when you need support. They've been around for 55 years making this machine. They're a company that makes other machinery. They make machinery for hospitals and scientific equipment. This is a secondary business for them. So it's not a business that's required for them to stay in business. Whereas all my other machines, they finally went out of business because there's just not enough to keep a company in business making money to just make faceting machines. It's a small niche in the manufacturing. So that's why Ultratech, they can make these machines, make money off them, but they don't rely on it for their full income. Otherwise, they'd be like all the other machines I've had. The companies end up going out of business. So this is the company to go with, and you can trust that they'll be there to give you support on down the line. It does a great job. This morganite I just cut is a good testament when you can cut a stone this big on a machine that's really not made to cut stones this big. It's just a great machine. I recommend it highly. If you do buy it from them, just let them know that I recommended you, and I always send you a nice piece of rough to cut after I get my commission on the machines, because I do rep them. But it's the only machine out there that I feel comfortable to recommending. And talking about these big stones, they do have a bigger machine called the Glass Tech, which is made for cutting larger things. And maybe it would have been an appropriate size for this, and you can cut much larger. I've got a piece of quartz over here on my desk that's going to cut a 1,500 carat stone. Today I'm thinking, well, maybe I'll pass on that for now, but only because 30 hours working on this stone just kind of drove me nuts. But now that I've seen it and it's done, I'm hyped up and ready to go again. Yeah.
Yeah. Amazing stone.
Yeah. Yeah, it is amazing
first
stone.
time I got here. Yeah.
I haven't even quite sunk in yet just how amazing it is. And, I was concerned whether the color was there, and it's all there. Everything about it is special. So you'll be hearing more about it in the future. So, and eventually we'll figure out what a price is on it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
we're expecting that. Yeah. If you're signed up to our email list or SMS list, once he gets a price on it, we'll release it there. Also, as we said earlier, if you do hit that little notification button, you'll know when we launch the video about the Morganite, which is probably at the same time.
Yeah, Michael do his handiwork and get this video together as he always does, and does a great job putting this stuff together. And I'm sure it's something we'll be proud of.
And Rochelle wanted to mention her husband uses the V5 and loves it.
Yeah.
So,
well, if you look at all the great cutters out there, just a high percentage of them use the Ultratech V5. Yeah.
All right. Okay. I think that's the end of the show, everyone. We do appreciate you sitting around for the 2.5 hours. For many of you stayed the whole show. We do appreciate that. Again, please always give us a thumbs up. That helps us. And hit that notification bell. We do these shows every month, so we'll have another show next month with a whole new load of gems. So if you hit that notification button again and then hit that bell, you'll be notified when we release the next show dates. All the stones, again, are available at MoreGems.com. Use coupon code SPRING for 15% off, or the Hidden Gems Rare 25 for 25% off. And if you have any other questions about any of the stones or anything, you can reach out to us by phone, or you can email us through our website. We're here all week, to help answer those questions. So if you want to see anything or have more questions about a stone, you can do that. But outside of that, take it away, Steve.
All right. Thanks, everybody, for watching. I appreciate you being here, and keep on gemming.